Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Florida's #1 hockey podcast, The Cats Ball. And we're going to have a great time. And 3, and 2, and 1.
The unusually subdued Ben Castro with it. Could you put yourself on the camera? You look so damn good that... What's the deal? You have a date? You have a job interview? What's going on, Producer Ben?
Hey, sometimes you just want to look good and feel good. So
I
want to look good and feel good today.
Nice work, my guy. And Eric is, I don't know what the hell Ben's doing. He's the executive producer. Eric is the actual producer. And maybe we should have a poll. Welcome, everybody, to Florida's favorite hockey show, most watched hockey show, the Cats and Bolts podcast. Coming to you from Podcast Junkie Studios in downtown Boca Raton, Florida. Brought to you in part by Unbridled Weddings and Events in Wellington. If you're getting married in South Florida, relax and let Bree handle the details. That's Unbridled Weddings and Events and itextnow.com. If we can go to the full shot. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's the Olympic episode, everybody. And we could have a vote as which outfit do you like the best? Ben's, my team, Canada, Trevor Harris from WQAM on the Upper Bowl podcast. Yeah. Do you have a special, is that formal wear for you? Does that qualify as formal wear?
I haven't worn this in maybe since 2019, actually. So
he gave it the, as he came in, you pass.
It passed the sniff.
You passed, by the way, yeah. Well, listen, I love doing this show every week. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Lisa McMahon checking in. Eric, get ready to roll with the comments. They're live already. We're live streaming, and the viewers are in the queue, and they want to talk hockey. Trevor Harris at WQAM. And I've been looking forward to this show for some time. Brent Woltman sends his regards, our usual co-host. He, like me, was born in Canada and cheers for the Maple Leaf. That will never change. So I had to bring in somebody from the dun, 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 evil empire, the USA, as we get ready to kick off or drop the puck on the Olympics.
We dropped the puck. At least we're not getting bumped to Peacock like Finland did and Slovakia.
I was trying to find the game. I didn't know where the hell it was.
It got bumped to Peacock because they want to put like bobsledding. I was like, what is this type of crap?
Which kind of sucks because that's like Florida Panthers East. Team Finland, playing Slovakia and all the rest. But I'm going to say it again. I've been looking forward to this show for weeks. I do go one day at a time, as my bracelet says, but it's finally here. And I'll say it again. He doesn't really need an introduction. WQAM's Trevor Harris from the Upper Bowl podcast is here to talk Olympic men's hockey. And it's here. That's my first point. The Olympics are here, and I'm talking men's hockey. I got some friends in Canada that are pissed off that we haven't won as many medals as they feel they should. And I'm like, I only care about one, men's hockey. How about you on the events and the medal total?
I go by men's and women's hockey.
Okay.
They're both entertaining, at least for me. It was like the women's hockey is a nice appetizer as we get going into the men's league that starts today, finally.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, Lisa and Kelly, if you guys have questions, fire away, and Eric will do his best to read them. If you have any very troubling hockey names, we certainly are not averse to asking our producers to read those for you. But I guess as we sit here, and we are live streaming, do you ever look forward to a game so much? This year's Super Bowl notwithstanding, you look forward to it so much, and then you even get snacks, and you clear your schedule. And then it sucks so bad.
Yeah.
What was the most recent game for you that was that?
Recent game that I can remember. God. There's a lot. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out.
It happens a lot.
Probably the Western Conference final of this past year between Dallas and Edmonton. I thought it would be least competitive, but it just felt like a blowout the whole time.
Very good point. And for me, I'm just going to open this with, to be inclusive.
Yeah.
The women's hockey. That was me Tuesday afternoon. Canada, USA, let's go. USA destroyed them. And I got on the phone because I don't really follow women's hockey. I got in my hands full with what I do. So I called a friend of mine in Canada. I'm like, what up? We just got our ass kicked by the USA. And he goes, the team we sent is old and slow. And it looked like it because it was 5-0 USA over Canada. Did you catch any of that game?
I was watching it in 4K, by the way. Shout out to DirecTV. No free plugs, by the way.
Yeah.
I was watching it. It's like, I thought Canada had more a team of like speed and skill and a little oomph to it, at least. And I just saw like USA won 5-0. I was like, I don't think it's a changing of the guard, but I just feel like, did Canada not send their A-team out? Or because the injury of one of their top players?
Marie-Philippe Poulin. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was fine. Wasn't even close. And I'm sitting there going, this ice looks short. Nobody really picked up on that joke. You got it?
I caught it. I was like, am I at the old Boston Garden at least?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Lisa writes in, she says, well, I'm glad to see Eric Cernak got a win. And I guess we should get serious about this because I sit here, I guess I will stroke this off because it was point 4. Who is the other team that might actually win this thing? Because I'm just sitting here waiting for Canada, USA. It's all I want. And if that is not the gold medal game, I'm going to be pissed off.
I was hoping that maybe Finland could show something tonight, but I was like, I texted my buddy Michael Dixon, shout out to him. Like, this team would be so much better if they had Alexander Barkov on.
Oh my God.
It would at least be more of a fight anyways. I guess I have to root for Sweden, I guess, too.
Well, to be honest, I think, I don't know. I would like to think Finland would be that team, but like you say, without Barkov, they're not as good.
No.
Right.
I looked at the roster, like, okay, you have the Finnish connection of Mikko and Roope Hintz, Miro Heiskanen on the back end. Their goaltender of Saros, like, could we trust him at least, even though he's getting up there in age, when he plays for Nashville? I don't trust a whole Finland hockey team anyways.
I really trust our viewers, and so far, from what I can see, it's 100% female viewership. I can only think that's because Trevor Harris is here from WQAM. So welcome, ladies. Any comments you have there, you're more than welcome to fire them our way. I guess I will get right into it because this is Canada versus USA, and I was telling you before the show, I prepped you a little on this. I do a television show every day in Canada. It airs from noon to 2 Eastern, and the Canadian viewers are all pissed off at Tkachuk and Team USA because I said, who's got more pressure on them in this, Canada or USA? The correct answer, I believe, is Canada, exponentially more. But they're like, well, Tkachuk's putting pressure on the USA, running his mouth, shooting his mouth off.
Yes. I've said this. Only thing USA hockey fans rely on is 1980, which I don't know. I was not around for yet.
Yeah. And
the '96 World Cup of Hockey. That's the only thing I can put my hat to, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is silver medal. Not even medaling in 2014.
Have you been paying attention to the comments from Matthew Tkachuk?
A little bit. I know he's trying to fire up the boys, but it's like, let's be honest here. I'm not a big fan of what they did with the roster, and I feel like they gave out the seat of the wrong person, anyways.
Oh! Here we go. Who is the captain for USA?
Austin Matthews, that loser.
He just called Austin Matthews a loser. I didn't, but I get it. Lisa says Canada has the best shot. Well, listen. We, as in Canada, won the Four Nations face-off in overtime by a goal. It'll be that close here. We also won the last time the Olympians gathered was Sochi in 2014. The NHLers gathered was 2014. Canada won that. They won it in 2010. And I don't know how this is going to play out, but I think it's going to be close. I'll be very disappointed if it's not Canada-USA in the final.
If it's not Canada-USA, it's a crime anyways.
Yeah.
It's a huge crime.
Was USA good enough to win it?
If they can figure out the goaltending, it's my big thing anyways. I'm not trusting Connor Hellebuyck, who's injured half the year already. I have a lot of question marks on the roster. As I was talking to some people, I was like, I don't trust three things. The goaltending, I didn't like how we had to bring back almost every New York Ranger who was on the Four Nations team to this team. Because we tried that with the 96 World Cup to the 98 roster. Didn't work out well.
Well, I've got some juicy things for you all that we're going to get to that aren't entirely Olympic related, and they have to do with the trade deadline and the second half for the Panthers and the Lightning.
You mean the roster freeze?
Well, that's where we are right now. Right, there's no trades right now. I'm going to throw something at you that might trigger Panthers fans, so I just will prepare you for that. But as far as Russia not being in this thing, it's coming up every day. Kucherov said last week, he's like, this is not true best on best if we're not there. He's not lying, and it's a shame that they're not. But I'm interested because you know hockey.
Yes.
I wouldn't have you here if you didn't. Where would Russia rate in this?
Oh, that'd be top 3.
I think so.
I think it'd be the number 3 competitor between USA and Canada. They've got goaltending, they've got scoring, and they got defense. That Russian roster with Ovechkin on a swan song season would be deadly.
Well, yeah, and I don't know if it was Kucherov that said it, but I saw a meme today that said whoever wins this, there should be an asterisk beside it because Russia's not in the tournament. Do you go along with that?
I said that. I said this last year during the Four Nations face-off. Is it really the Four Nations face-off if we don't include Russia? I said that last year, and I'll say it again. I was like, it's not an asterisk, but I was like, it'd be nice if Russia was there at least.
I know. Did you get any feedback on that or blowback on that?
I was told to stay in my corner at least.
By who?
I don't know. That's all I'm gonna.
Was it from listeners, or bosses?
Let's say this to the comment section. Like, stay in your corner, please.
Okay. Well, okay. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, show yourself. You seem very smart. She says, well, number one, you're watching this show. That proves you're smart.
Yeah.
2, she says Russia would kick ass. And it's funny because here's the difference. You've been around football people a lot in your life, right? Hockey people, we can debate, and it makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Football people, you can't debate. You're stupid. If you don't agree with them, you're stupid. And you're a moron. That was a quick debate. And fans too. But so I've been taking an informal poll around with my hockey people. And Lorne Mulliken used to coach the Chicago Blackhawks, close friend of mine. We did a sports banquet together in Canada and just before Christmas. And I said, how would Russia do? He goes, terrible. They'll be too busy drinking vodka and eating sushi. They won't even be taking it seriously. That was an actual quote. But Doug McLean, the former Panthers coach, was on this show shortly before or after that. And he's like you. He thinks would be a major contender.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter now, but it is a shame that they're not there.
Yeah, I kind of like grew up with a USA, Russia, Hugh LeBret whole clip of like, why does USA, Russia have to play every big time game? It would have been perfect anyways.
Well, when you look at Canada, McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon, all the great, they don't in goal have a stud, but they won the Four Nations face-off with Jordan Bennington. I look at USA. You see who's on the top line?
Is it Eichel?
Yes. Between
Gensel?
No, the Kachuk, the Bruce brothers.
Oh, I saw that second line. I saw that as someone reported that yesterday.
Oh, maybe they're changing their lines already. I mean, they have yet to play a game, which Canada plays Czechia the first game, and the USA plays Latvia.
Yeah, first line, this was reported. It was Gensel, Austin Matthews, Matt Boldy was your first line.
Can I see that? Who was reporting?
Was
that USA Hockey?
Yeah.
Well, they would know. I'm not sure who the numpty was that said it was Eichel between the Kachucks.
But Eichel is between the Kachucks on your second line, actually.
Oh, that's the line. Oh, the one I saw, they were number one, which they would be my first line.
I think that's your perfect first line anyways. Like, or you want to clear out the depth anyways, even though Austin Matthews can be a diva.
Well, they all can. But, I mean, I want to go back to this business of Kachuk running his mouth. I mean, it's not new.
No.
It's a short tournament.
Need some juice in it.
Yeah, well, do you think this will fire up Canada? I would like to think they're fired up enough. And again, this wasn't Canada complaining. It was viewers to my show that were upset that Kachuk's running his mouth. But does that concern you as a USA fan?
At least someone's talking. At least,
yeah.
At least there's someone that's talking to try and be cool. At least I feel like Roenick would do this back in the day. Or like, Roenick would do something like this anyways.
Which is, by the way, the jersey that you have on.
Yes.
Jeremy Roenick jersey. Lisa says, can we hear from the others too? I love Lisa's question. She says, who was the coach for the U.S.? Which, again, Lisa, we got to meet next time I'm in Tampa because you seem really cool. She goes, who's the coach? Mike Sullivan. Right. And at the Winter Classic, which you produced on the radio, but you weren't there at the news conference, and we've discussed that on this show, the media was up in Mike Sullivan's grill because the Rangers were here playing the Panthers, and the media was like grilling him on omissions. Adam Fox, Jason Robertson, they have their snubs too, like every country. And he was like, look, these are very difficult decisions to make. He was getting heated. And I'm like, and this is the U.S. coach. The pressure on John Cooper. I'm sorry, but it's exponentially more. It just is. I feel like Americans, if and when they lose this, will just flip to the next event and not care.
Let's get to the regular season. Let's fire up.
Right, or another event. Like for Canada, they'll be fighting in the streets. There'll be people being fired at the highest levels of Hockey Canada.
It'll be morning, is what Theo Fleury would say. He'll be morning.
Right. Well, and Lisa says Matt is always going to run his mouth, which, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I do want to talk about the last Battle of Florida last Thursday.
Woof.
Did you produce that game?
No. I did watch a little bit about that game. Almost all the games the day before the Olympic break was brutal to watch, except for that.
Except for that one. Well, we're just now, and Kelly can confirm this. She's watching as well. Anytime Florida and Tampa get together, they're going to be brawling. It's not a thing any now. Because every time they've met, Bill Lindsay sat in here, Brant, we're like, oh, they're not going to fight. Next thing you know, 315 penalty minutes. They literally hate each other. Which I'll say again, like, I guess we're jumping around here a little bit. Yeah, and exactly. There's no rules.
Yeah.
Kachuk.
There's no program director banging on the door right now.
No, not yet. I've had those. They give me PTSD.
Don't worry.
But Kachuk circling the ice and knocking Kucherov, nailing him from behind. Like, I can't think even Paul Maurice would like that.
No.
But that's just what he is.
Happens. That's what happens between the blue lines and stuff. Anyways, you
Yeah.
do the same thing as well. Anyways,
Well, here's my thing. Where with the Kachuk, number one, ignore it if you can. Sort of like the yapping dog in the window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, or in the yard. Just keep walking, okay?
Yeah.
If you can. And number two, that should concern Canada because in my past life. In Canada as a play-by-play guy, I used to be yapping all the time at the opposition, but it was because I knew my team could back it up, and I feel like Kachuk would not be yapping if he didn't think USA is all that.
yeah, I totally agree. If he wasn't yapping, then I would have problems. Like someone's gonna be talking already. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Well, so Finland without Barkov, to me, is not the contender I would have thought.
No.
Everybody's saying to watch out for Czechia. Like, that should be a big
I
one.
think Pasternak's on that team.
Yeah.
And Flyers goalie Dan Vladar is the starting goalie for that team.
It's funny because somebody, your team,
Yeah.
somebody was watching Philly the other day and they said, "Who's this Vladar?" I'm like, "That's Dan Vladar. He came in here and made 57 saves last year for Calgary. Were you at that game?"
No, I was.
He put on a clinic. See, he can win games by himself in this tournament, and that's scary.
Which is going to be impressive because I think Czechia hasn't won a gold medal since 1998. Anyways.
I was going to say ever at the Olympics, because I was Czech Republic.
Yeah,
before.
I still call it Czech Republic. Don't get mad at me. Or I just murder it Czech Republic.
That's not politically correct, Trevor.
Oh well, bummer.
Trevor Harris here from WQAM and the Upper Bowl podcast. Before we switch gears to the NHL second half, because I feel like we have covered the Olympics enough.
Yeah.
Like, let's get playing.
Let's get it going.
We've covered it enough. Tell us about the Upper Bowl podcast.
Upper Bowl podcast. We talk sports. It's usually right now it's our down season. It's football's over. We made fun of the Super Bowl.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah, we just was like it was like Giants Ravens 2000.
Boring.
Very boring. Was Trevor texting people, his buddies? Yes. Get some funny to make it entertaining at least. Yes.
Yeah. It was not a good Super Bowl, but Upper Bowl podcast. Trevor does a great job, and also he's at WQAM.
Once a week now. We're up on Thursdays. So.
Okay, so we are, believe it or not, halfway through this podcast already.
Wow.
I know. So let's get some live comments in here. It's interesting. Well, you as a Philly Flyer fan, well, you might not remember Rich Sutter playing for the Flyers, but you know the name.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, Rich Sutter played for the Flyers with his twin brother, Ron, and he was on my TV show today. And so he had a thought on the Panthers. Well, they were 8 or 10 points out, whatever it is, they're out. And he feels coming back in the second half, he's of the famous hockey playing Sutter family. They're hockey's first family. Like everybody knows Daryl Sutter. This is his brother. He goes, the Panthers need to win a lot of games real fast right after the break, or they're done and shut her down for the season.
That the reason why people are saying that because I found out that their first round pick they sent to Chicago is top 10 protected. By the way.
Yeah. Oh, I get that.
I don't like tank. I'm a very anti-tank guy. Anyways,
They wouldn't tank here.
they would no. I don't think they would. I think they would go down swinging.
But you can also tank without really trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Quiet quitting like the Utah Jazz did.
Well, so they call it quiet quitting.
Quiet quitting is a new thing. I saw this on somewhere. I think it was Barstool. It's like, the Utah Jazz are really quiet quitting this season.
Okay, and we are going to talk about the Lightning as well, which incidentally are my hottest team in the NHL right now in terms of my rankings. Everybody's talking about Colorado, but have you seen Tampa Bay lately? And they're not even healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, wait till they are. But if I say something, will you promise not to shoot me?
I don't have a gun, so we're good.
Or for that matter, any of the Panthers fans out there. I'm just throwing this out here, okay?
We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we're workshop, whatever you want to say. I put it out on my TV show, and Canadian viewers lost their minds on this little supposition or this idea. Sergei Bobrovsky, let's just assume this season's a wash for the Panthers once they decide it.
Is this where I think you're going?
Yes, it is.
I got it.
You're going to free agency with Bob. He hasn't signed yet. You know he's going to sign back in July when he's a free agent. What if you moved him to a contending team that all they're missing is a goalie, i.e., the Edmonton Oilers. You can name a lot of teams that need a goalie.
Didn't they trade for Tristan?
It's not working out.
Yes.
It's not working out. Trading Sergei Bobrovsky is the idea here.
Not a bad idea, anyways.
Well, thank you for agreeing.
I look at it as like I got mad last year when they traded Spencer Knight. Like, are we sure Bob's going to last further seasons, anyways?
Oh, that's not Bob will finish his career here. He will resign here.
I just don't want him to end up like Henrik Lundqvist when towards the end of his career he was giving up 5 goals per game almost.
Bob's not a problem right now. There's a guy that wrote me from Miami. I would have to look up his name here. With what I call spreadsheet analysis, and it was all about how Bob's been bad, and I'm like, bro, don't talk to me about
goaltending. Sports radio caller I had to deal with.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up because Bill Zito does not run his team on a spreadsheet.
No.
Winning general managers do not run their teams on spreadsheets.
No,
okay, so Bob is still the best goalie in the world. Here it is.
That sounds like something that the early 2000s pre-cap years would do.
Yeah, well,
any team would do.
If you know him, go ahead and call him out. His name's Derek Foley. He's in Miami, and he wrote me, and he goes, metrics, which is exactly where he lost me, metrics show Florida is still a top 10 defense everywhere but goals against. Bob is the 4th worst goalie in the league, including backups. He has a single game above 900 in his last 16 starts. Save percentage. He is old. Everyone hits the wall. Call a spade a spade.
That sounds like a caller I would deal with, and that would be if that's a New Yorker at least.
Yeah, maybe. But I just said this is spreadsheet analysis. Bob did not. He just won the last 2 Stanley Cups, but he's old all of a sudden. Listen to yourself.
Did he win like the Conn Smythe too?
Twice.
Yeah.
Or no. He didn't win the Conn Smythe. It was Sam Bennett. But he's won 2 Vezinas.
Yeah, he won 2 Vezinas
in his career. So all I'm saying, I don't honestly think they would do it, but don't think for a second it hasn't crossed Bill Zito's mind.
No. I think I brought this up last year when they traded Spencer Knight for Seth Jones. Like, what's the plan? Like, are you trying to keep this together, keep it rolling for a longer time? Because that's what like Detroit was able to do with like Mike Vernon went to Chris Osgood for a couple of years. Because you can see how it went bad. Like, for example, Colorado went from Patrick Waugh to David Abisher, and they still have not found a goalie right after that.
Kelly writes in, she says, did you even respond to Mr. Spreadsheet? That's exactly what I said to him. I said, oh yeah, spreadsheet analysis. Get out of here. GTFO. Yeah. So anyways, Derek Foley. So it's just that's what these shows are for, to spitball on these things. Now the other part of that is, if Bob's tired, who could blame him? Right? Like, if he doesn't want to go somewhere else, he's not going somewhere else.
No.
But you were talking about the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion, 2-time Vezina Trophy winning goal. What could you get for that from a team that knows you're only going to have him for 2 months, 3 months?
Probably get a mid-round pick, maybe a second rounder, maybe.
Picks are picks, man. I mean, again, if Bob didn't want to go, then he's not going anywhere. But Tarasenko came here, worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Marchand came here with no guarantee he was going to re-sign. As a matter of fact, I think he would have gone back.
Drew came here and he was like...
That was awful, but that's like really bad.
That was a bad trade anyways, I still call.
Well, that's just on Giroux.
Yeah, I think what I was told by people, he has a better deal to go to Colorado. Giroux said absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I was there. He did not play well here at all.
I looked like he doesn't fit here at all.
And the other thing was, I wasn't even really a Panther supporter / fan at the time, but Owen Tippett, that guy's a stud.
Yeah.
That guy's Owen Tippett is...
He's a player.
Will he be a star? I don't know, but he's a very, very good player. Right? I think that hurt Bill Zito to give him up, and it was Claude Giroux that did not
It was also,
perform.
you're pigeonholed by Claude Giroux. Like, I only want to go to one team. So...
That's right. Don't steal my notes. He's sneaking, everybody. He's stealing.
I know the rundown at least. I always have, like, what are we talking about? So I have an idea.
Yeah, well, when we do the viewer questions, you always know you're prepared to come in here. Well, I want to say this about the Battle of Florida. You said you watched that last game before the break. It's becoming a little sticky for me because this is the 3rd season of this show, my 5th season here. There was no hatred between the fan bases. Let's be honest. There wasn't.
No.
And now they're coming at me. They're saying the most horrible things. about me and about each other, and I get that. I'm here for that. I love it, but it's kind of uncomfortable too. Like, you want it, but they hate each other from the ice to the stands. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Sounds like Flyers Penguins for me growing up.
but not anymore. But that's what it is here.
When I was in college, like going to Flyers Penguins games in Pittsburgh, beer got thrown at me for wearing a Flyer jersey, and it's.
Well, it's funny because I had said in a column that I wrote last week that there's fan fights when the Panthers play the Lightning. And some guy, buddy of mine from Canada, writes, he goes, is there really fan fights? I'm like, well, I saw one.
I haven't seen a good fan fight at a Panther game since Bruins-Panthers Game 4 of 2023.
A couple years ago.
Yeah,
Just started, I'm sure, by a Bruins fan.
Yeah, it was lower level, and I was like, those fights never happen in the lower level. It's always an upper level.
So it stood out.
Yeah, it stood out. I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I mean, where do you see it going, this rivalry? It's only, I would think, going to get worse unless the Panthers, miss the playoffs this year or something. But they don't even need to meet in the playoffs anymore. In the preseason, they were brawling. So it's awesome, I guess. Just enjoy it.
It's good for hockey.
Yeah, just enjoy it.
It's good for the Southeast hockey fan.
Can I say this? Because, I grew up in Canada where hockey was number 1, 2, 3, and 4 in my life.
Yeah.
Then baseball and then football, quite frankly. Basketball I didn't even rate. I never played it. I didn't understand it, and I still really don't. But the brawl that happened in Charlotte the other night.
I did not see that, by the way.
Have you heard anything about it at all?
I heard it, yeah.
Oh, you heard of it. Yeah. How could you not?
I was watching the Bean Pot on Monday anyways.
Why is brawling and fighting in basketball so demonized, yet it's largely celebrated in hockey?
Not supposed to do it in basketball. They don't want another Malice at the Palace, probably.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to go by.
I mean, when you guys brawl in basketball, they're making Netflix series out of it because it's so rare and such a big deal. And in hockey, it's like Thursday.
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday, yeah, exactly. Well, I put a poll on the Instagram for this show's account, Cats and Bolts podcast, and I said, what should the Panthers do at the trade deadline? Sell, trade, or nothing? And the runaway was nothing. I think the fans just like, we're in this. Let's see where it goes.
Okay.
That's the sense that I get.
I got to look at the IR situation. So
Well,
I like to see Kulikov back, by the way, because he helped out the defense a lot.
Here's the one thing when Paul Maurice brings up the condensed schedule, this is an old team.
It is.
Right? So they're the third oldest team in the NHL. They're going to feel the effects more than anybody else. But Tampa's lost more man games. So the Lightning fans are sitting back going, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're more injured than you guys. And Victor Hedman missed half the year. You know, how are they doing it? And I don't know how much. Look, I'm trying to keep my eye on the Lightning as much as I am the Panthers for this reason. We talk about both teams. What they've done is nothing short of miraculous. And do they?
They're doing a bunch of wingers, anyways. Like they've lost like many of their centermen, anyways, but they've found a way to have their wingers be centers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's just something they got going on. And I haven't had you in here since the outdoor game in Tampa.
Yeah,
I assume you watched it.
Yeah, it looked better at a football stadium. I'm still standing by that ruling, anyways.
The most watched NHL regular season game of all time. And we were so grateful to be there. Thank you, National Hockey League. Yeah. Thank you, Tampa Bay Lightning, and the biggest comeback in Lightning history. There is something going on with that team, and I don't know what it is. And has been for a long time. Whether it's Cooper, Vasilevsky, culture.
They got a great ownership. There's ownerships behind it. Because when
Clearly.
you look at some ownerships, I always say, like, are they behind it or they're hands in other toys? Like, for example, I'm gonna throw the Rangers on the bus. Dolan owns the Rangers and the Knicks and a few other teams. Mm-hmm. Who does he want more money to go to? The Knicks, because they're the most winning team right now. When the Rangers were good and the Knicks were bad, did Dolan care? Probably not, anyways.
Well, I've been here long enough. These conversations won't surprise you. My neighbor Harry's from New Jersey, and he's a sports fan, but not a hockey fan. He said to me the other day, he's like, how are the Rangers doing? I'm like, pretty much dead last. Yeah. Nah, I'm not a hockey fan anyways. It was like if they were good, he'd care. Yeah. But they're terrible, so he doesn't.
I always say, like, the Rangers have like a good decade and they have an awful decade.
Well, we know where they are right now.
Yeah.
Lisa says, Rod, it's the young talent in Syracuse. Well, then it's scouting.
It's drafting.
Right, drafting. So they have everything going on at all levels, so Tampa Bay is going to be good for a real long time. And in the case of Florida, the more I get around and I look and I talk to the hockey people, it's just they've played more games in a 3-year stretch than any team in NHL history.
Plus trading a lot of their first-round picks.
Yeah, and they're worn out.
Yeah.
That's not to say they're done, but I'll go back and quote Rich Sutter that they need to have a real strong start, post-Olympics or the season's over? Do they start selling things off? I guess we've deduced here today they're not trading Bob.
No.
I wanted to throw that. I won't even bring that up again.
Kind of like that idea, though.
If you can only get a mid-round pick for him, then there's no point.
Yeah.
Let him rest too.
Yeah.
You know.
He's probably chilling down here, or is he in Cancun right now?
But I will say this, though. Well, no, he was signing autographs at the mall at Wellington on Saturday.
I didn't know that. So.
How do you not love the guy? Bob signing autographs on the first Saturday of the NHL break at the mall in Wellington. Just, oh my God, love him so much. I have Cat's concern, but we talked about that. What are you going to do if they miss the playoffs? I'm going to be driving to Tampa. That's what I'll be doing.
I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out yet.
If you want to make a road trip, I'm sure the Lightning will be gratefully put you in the press box.
We'll see.
Something to think about.
For sure. I'll look into it. I just got to see the weekends anyways.
Yeah, well, you're like me. You got to check your schedule. And
Check the schedule. I know, but I think my buddy asked, like, if Dallas makes it second round, if they play Colorado, I was like, I'm in.
Well, the only crappy thing for Tampa in the playoffs is if they play, well, Toronto's not going to be in the playoffs, so it won't matter. But whoever Toronto plays, huge pain in the ass for all the guys like us, because the Toronto media comes in and just takes over the press box. I'm not sure you've seen that.
Phone right in everyone's face.
Oh, my God, this Elise. Them not being in the playoffs. By the way, the last time you were on, you said it's a bad thing
it's
for hockey if the Leafs are bad.
Yeah.
And my friends all laughed. They're like, oh, the poor kid. He doesn't know. They were awful in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's like
you were entertaining in the 90s with Felix Potvin. And
okay, oh yeah, I couldn't get you on that
Curtis
one.
Joseph.
No, but it's similar to the I think New York with the Jets and Giants being bad. It's not hurting the NFL, is it?
You're losing a generation of Jets and Giants fans. I will say that because I'm from there. The Giants were bad in the 90s, and the Jets were like decent. 2000s, like it was a mixture of both. But from like 2011 on, after the Giants won their last Super Bowl, you've kind of lost a decade of Giants fans because a lot of them are like either we're rooting for New England, Philadelphia, Buffalo, or Steelers or Packers.
I guess that's the one thing about this market that it bothers me a little bit now because I live here and everybody dumps on the South Florida sports fans. But it's like if the Panthers miss the playoffs, shoot, they lose 3 games in a row, people are pissed and they're jumping off the bandwagon because there's so much else to do.
Yeah.
It's like the Marlins. They've been bad for a long time. You wouldn't even know there's a baseball team here. But I feel like if they were good, that park would be full. Look at it. Well, look at Inter Miami. Look at whoever.
Yeah, if you bring stars, people will come.
That's what I'm saying. So if the Panthers miss the playoffs, how devastating would it be to the business?
I think it would be devastating because I usually look at it like, okay, I can watch hockey this place, and this place. Will people care if the Stanley Cup playoffs are going on? Well, if the Panthers are not in the playoffs, probably not.
Right. Whereas with the Lightning, they sell out every game.
Yeah.
No matter what. I respect the hell out of that. And I hope one day, because we were just there for that outdoor game, as I mentioned, there's bold signs everywhere in downtown Tampa. I don't expect that to happen in Miami.
I feel like we should put the expectation on it.
Wow. I'm saying that's what I would like to see.
Like Fort Lauderdale, you see it, but it's not everywhere in Broward.
Mm-hmm. Let's work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right, Trevor, man, you do such a great job.
Thank you.
Go Canada.
Go America.
Go, yeah.
Whoa.
Go yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Olympic episode. Great job, Eric. Good job, buddy. And we'll see you all next week. Enjoy the hockey, and we'll talk about this as we get ready for the medal round here on the Cats and Bolts podcast. I had a camera on you.